Hey there. So I wanted to hop on, and I've been thinking for the last couple of days about success and what success really means to all of us. And one thing that's very apparent is that society gives us this unrealistic expectation that success is money. Success is defined by your bank balance or what kind of car you drive, where you live, what kind of clothes. We have designer clothes, whatever that means. What is the difference between a designer brand and a non designer brand? They're both designers, they're both brands, but we're told that one is worth more than the other. One equals more success than the other. One equals a higher status than the other. So we have this unrealistic expectation from society of what success really means, what it means to be successful or to be wealthy. And we give wealth this label of money. Money equals wealth. But actually, wealth is determined again by the mind, the same as success. And this is how you can cultivate a successful mindset right now. If there's something in your life right now that you feel unfulfilled with, maybe you feel unsuccessful with your job, with your career, with your hobbies, whatever it may be, this is how you become successful right now. And you can practice this for the rest of today and become successful. Tap into that success mindset that's always right there. Because the first kind of rule of success and to really feel successful on every level is simply to do what you love. Because we can do a job that we absolutely hate, and even if we get successful in that job, we're not going to enjoy it as much. We're not going to feel as successful because we hate what we do. We don't enjoy it. But when you do what you love, either you do the work that you love or you do the job that you love, you do your hobby for a living, whatever it may be. If you do what you love, success will follow. That's just a general rule. Do what you love and success will follow. Because the thing is, if you're trying to start a business, if you're an entrepreneur trying to start, whatever it may be, running any kind of business or any kind of career, making your dreams happen is not easy and it's a full time commitment. So if you're doing something you hate, how can you expect to put in that much dedication and commitment to whatever it is without the enjoyment of it? You have to be able to enjoy at least some aspects of that job or that dream or that career or whatever it is that you're wanting success in to gain successful mindsets. So if you want to be successful right now, it's as simple as do what you love and success will follow because you find the passion, you find the dedication, you find the commitment, you find the reason to keep pushing through. Any obstacles that come your way suddenly disappear because you love what you do so much. No obstacle is going to stop you from actually doing whatever it is that you're doing. Whether this is painting, whether this is selling cars, whether this is building houses or painting and decorating, whatever it is. If you love what you do, no obstacle will get in your way because you do have to be dedicated and determined. Do not quit. If you want your dreams to become reality, if you want to manifest your dreams, you cannot quit. You have to keep going. You have to push through all the barriers. You have to push through the hurdles because they're going to be there all the time. They're going to keep coming up time and time and time again. And unless you hold on to that dedication or that commitment for yourself, it's going to be really hard to push through these barriers and these boundaries that you're going to come across. You're going to have to jump through so many hurdles to get to where you want to be. And if you're not dedicated or committed to what you're doing, how can you expect yourself to actually be able to push through those hurdles and push through those barriers that come up in front of you? And the thing is, we do what we must. Okay, we go through life and we're always doing what we must. I must go to work. I must go and finish this assignment. I must go and ring my boss. I must do this. I must do this. Make success a fucking must. Say to yourself, I must succeed in this. I must be successful today. I must be the success that I want to see. Become the success. Make success a fucking must, and you will not fail. And if you do fail, it will not be a failure. It'll be a chance to grow. Because in every single failure, there is the opportunity to grow and to do things in a different way. Because what is success without failure first? You have to fail to know what success really is. Because if you never fail in life, you will always be wondering when you're succeeding. You'll be thinking, well, have I succeeded yet? Have I got there yet? Have I done it yet? Because you've never failed, so you have nothing to compare your success to. Therefore, you'll never find success in whatever it is that you're looking for it in. And the thing is, every single day that you waste, and this is true with everything, not just success, but with everything. Every day you waste is a day you're never getting back. So if you have a dream, now is the time to get to action. If you have a dream, if you have a plan, if you have a goal, whatever it may be, now is the fucking time to put it into action. Because if you waste a day sitting around watching TV all day or just sitting twiddling your thumbs, that's a day that you're never getting back. That you could put in to making your dreams a reality, to becoming more successful, to developing yourself personally or spiritually, mentally, emotionally, whatever it may be. Use every single moment that you have in your life to do something that's going to push you forward to where you want to be in life. Because it's easy to sit there and not do anything and waste a couple of days and think, oh, it's only a couple of days, I can waste that. But the thing is, if you're 30 years old right now, you, on average, only have about 22,000 days left of your life. And that's not long. 21,000 days. It may sound like a lot, but think about it really. 21,000 days. If you're wasting 2 right now, you only have 20,998 days left. Is that really enough time to get the success or to materialize the dream or the goals that you want? And if it is, how much time is it going to leave you to enjoy the success, enjoy the dreams, enjoy the goals? Use every single moment to propel yourself forward and don't waste a single moment, because this is how you become successful. And recognizing that success is in the mind. How you see yourself right now is determining whether you're successful or not. I don't care if you're flipping burgers at McDonald's right now. Yeah, maybe you want to be an entrepreneur and own a big corporation that builds houses or builds skyscrapers, whatever it may be. If you're flipping burgers right now, that doesn't mean you're not successful. Because if you see that mundane job that maybe you hate, maybe you don't like that job, and this is how success is in the mindset. This is how you can become successful right now. That job flipping burgers, if that's a stepping stone to get you to where you want to be in the future, then you're succeeding. If flipping these burgers today, or maybe you're a fry cook working in some restaurant, every single time you go into that job that maybe you don't like, maybe it's not in alignment with your dream or your goal, see that job as a stepping stone to get the success that you want. Suddenly that job is no longer mundane. Suddenly that job is no longer tiring or draining, because now you're in the mindset of a winner. You're in the mindset of success. Recognizing that even if the job isn't what you want to be doing long term for the rest of your life, if that job is going to help you to get to where you want to be for the rest of your life, then you are succeeding every single time you wake up and go and do that job. Every single time you go and do something that you hate, do something mundane that's not in alignment with what you want to be doing, you are using that as a stepping stone to get to where you want to be. And that is success. When you start to see things in this way, you become the success you want to see. And by becoming the success you want to see, you see success in everything you do. And you start to see the growth and the opportunities in everything you're doing in your life. And if people are putting your dreams down, if people are saying it's unrealistic, it's never going to happen, it's impossible, it's stupid, it's a silly idea, think of this way. How many millionaires and billionaires will tell you that they've never been laughed at for their ideas? Think of Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, and Elon Musk, all laughed at for their ideas. Nobody ever believed in them. But they stayed true to their success. They stayed true to their dreams, and they held on, and they went at it with everything that they had. They never gave up, and they saw every failure as an opportunity to grow. You look at Elon Musk right now. He's just launched a series of rockets, and every single one of them has crashed. Has he given up? No. He's failed so many times. So when he succeeds, he knows he's truly got there. He knows how well he's truly succeeded because he has allowed himself to fail. If you're too afraid to fail and you're too afraid to mess up and you're too afraid to get things wrong, you're never going to get to where you want to be. Because if you don't fail and you don't mess up and you don't screw things up, you're never going to know when you've actually done things the way that you want it to be. You're never going to know that you've done it right. You have to get things wrong. You have to make mistakes. You have to screw up and you have to fuck things up to get to where you want, to get the success, to earn the success, to get the respect. And I'm not talking about respect from other people, but respect from yourself. If you're constantly succeeding and you never fail, how will you know when you've actually succeeded, when you've actually reached your goal, when you've actually hit your target? Maybe you've written them down and you can say, oh, well, yeah, I wrote this out 5 years ago and now I'm there. But how will you feel that? You can read success. You can read it and say, oh, well, I'm successful because this is in writing. But no, that's not success. That's the illusion of success, because success is how you feel and how you see yourself in here and in here. If you can see success in your mind, you will hold it here. If you're constantly seeing the failure and you're seeing the misery and you're seeing the turbulence in everything you do, you're not going to see the success, because all you're seeing is the clutter and chaos that comes in front of it. But before any success comes to any person, there has to be chaos. There has to be failure. There has to be screw ups, because this is how we measure success. And let's go back to doing what you love, and success will follow. Because what happens then is you make the success in what you love a must. You're dedicated and committed to what it is because you love it. Suddenly, you have no problem. If I say, get off your ass right now, write a plan and take some action, if it's what you love, you'll have no problem with that. But if I tell you to do that with something that you hate, you're going to find a million reasons not to do it. So stop finding reasons to do the things that you love. Stop finding reasons to avoid it. Stop finding reasons to do it tomorrow. Oh, I'll do it next week. Oh, I'll do it later. No, do it right fucking now, because otherwise you will always find a reason to do it later, to do it tomorrow, to do it next week, to do it when you can be bothered. That day will never come unless you take action right now and just get on with it. Stop finding reasons. Stop trying to sabotage yourself from having the success that you deserve. Because again, every single day that you waste is a day you're never getting back. So right now is the time to get to work. Right now is the time that you need to get out there and start being the success that you want to be. And if you truly believe that it will happen and you never ever quit, it will happen. But you have to stay dedicated, you have to stay committed, and you have to stay true to yourself. No excuses, no reasons, nothing. Just do. Just be the success. Do it now. Be it now. And I don't care whether you're doing your dream job or whether you're doing a job that you absolutely hate with a passion. If you see that job as a stepping stone to the success that you want to get to in the future, you are already successful right now. And when you find that success in everything that you do, suddenly no one will get in your way. No person, no thing, no situation, no experience will ever get in your fucking way of success, because you are suddenly seeing every single opportunity as a chance to grow, as a chance to make more success, as a chance to learn more. Success is about how you view your life, about how you view your experiences, how you view yourself. If you view the job that you're doing right now as unsuccessful because it's not what you want to be doing for the rest of your life, okay, then you're a failure. You haven't succeeded because you haven't found that inner peace within yourself that says, do you know what? It doesn't matter if this is what I want to do for the rest of my life or not. I am succeeding because I am doing something that is pushing me forward. Every time you do anything that pushes you forward, you are succeeding. That is a level of success. But the level of success that we experience is determined by how we measure our own internal success. And if you're measuring your success by what you see outside, you can look at your next door neighbor and see the kind of car they drive, the house they have, or the stuff they have inside their house, or even the clothes that they wear. But if you measure yourself by that, you will never be successful. Because you will always want more. There will always be more things that you can have. There will always be more success that you can have. But when you start to find the success within you, you find the inner peace within you, you find that calm within you, suddenly you're already as successful as you can ever be, because it's a peace of mind. It's a state of mind. It's a state of being. It's not a physical thing that you can have. You don't have success. You become success. You don't make success. You be success. You don't buy success or earn success. You just are success. When you start to see it in that way, every single thing you do, every move you make on that chessboard will be a successful move. Even if at one point you lose the game, you're still playing, because you see that loss as a success. You see that loss, maybe you've just hit checkmate. Somebody's checkmated you and you're there, you've lost the game. Well, now you can replay the game and make different moves. You can do the same game, but play it differently to get closer to the success. And you will keep losing. Maybe you lose 1,000 times before you win. But on that 1,001 try, you win. You get to where you want to be. But if you give up after 999 tries, you're only 2 steps away. There's one failure in between you now to get to the success. So you see, you never know how close you really are to succeeding. You never know how close you really are to a new opportunity coming in, a new chance to do things differently. So maybe you've failed at every job you've ever had. Maybe you got fired from every job you've ever had. Well, every time you get fired, that's an opportunity to grow and to learn, to do things in a different way, to learn what's right for you and what's not right for you. Stop fucking making excuses as to why you're not successful, why you're not there now, why you can't be happy, why you can't have the things that you want. If you truly want it, you can make it happen. And I don't care if you say, oh, well, this costs £10,000. I don't have that. Okay, that doesn't mean you can't have it. Find a fucking way to make it happen. If you truly want something, you will do everything in your power to make it happen now. Make it happen as soon as you can and stop procrastinating and waiting and waiting and waiting until somebody else gives it to you. Because the reality is, no one is ever going to give you success. No one's going to give you your happiness. Nobody's going to give you anything you want in life. You have to go and get it your fucking self. You have to get it. You have to put in the work. You have to put in the blood, sweat, and tears to get to where you want to be in life. And the thing is, the harder you work, you'll see that the luckier you get. The more work you put in, your luck increases and increases and increases. And the thing is, failure is not a loss. It's a mindset. Failure is not a loss. It is a mindset. Because if you see yourself as failing now, you are failing now. If you see yourself as successful now, even when you are failing, suddenly you are successful and the failure disappears. The failure goes away. And that's not to say that suddenly you're in a successful situation, because maybe you're in a failing situation. Maybe you're in a job that's about to crash and burn, but that doesn't mean you've failed. You see, you can be in a failing situation, but you can still be successful because you can handle a failing situation in a successful way. By this, I mean you can see it, okay, well, I'm in a job that's crashing and burning. I'm about to be made redundant. Okay, sure. But I can grow from this. I can learn. Maybe I can go and start another company. Maybe I can start my own work. Maybe I can do this. Maybe I can do that. Suddenly you're finding ways to create success from a negative situation. And this is the mindset that you have to be in. And every successful person on the planet will tell you the same thing. It's all in the mind. It's how you view yourself. It's how you view your situation. It's how you view everything in your life. If you view it with a negative lens, you will see only negative. But as soon as you take the negative lens off and you have the positive one there, suddenly everything becomes positive. Even if you could perceive it as negative, it's now a positive situation. It's a positive event that's occurring in your life because it's giving you an opportunity to do something great. And the thing is, you have more power than you will ever realize. You have this immense power to attract whatever it is that you're in alignment with. So if you're constantly looking out for the negative things in your life, you will probably notice that more negative things happen. You get more bills, you get sickness, you get problems in your life. But when you start focusing on the opportunities and the possibilities and the positive things in life, you start to notice more positives appearing in your life. And this isn't necessarily to say that by some magic it happens. It could well be just that because you're focusing on the positives, you notice the positives. But either way, the results are the same. If you're focusing on the positives, whether it's being attracted to you or whether you're just noticing what was already there, you are creating more success. You're getting more opportunities. You're seeing more possibilities in your own life purely by focusing on the positives. And this is how success mindsets are formed. And this is how your success mindset can transform your life right now, starting from right now. Stop procrastinating. Take 5 minutes right now. I don't care what you're doing. I don't care what you're doing. Take 5 minutes right now to grab a pen, grab some paper, and write a list of 3 things that you want to do over the next 12 months. 3 things that you can work towards or you can succeed in over the next 12 months. Maybe this is as simple as I want to read 3 books in the next 12 months. Maybe it's I want to start my first company in the next 5 months. Whatever it may be, write 3 things that you can do. And maybe the first one is your goal. The first one is, I want to start a company by August. Okay, well, the second one then is, well, I need to create a website. Okay. And then the next one is I need to create products. Okay. So you create the business, you create the website, and you create the products. You can achieve that in the next 5 months. Sure. Write three things, three goals, three things that you have to do and do it as a must. Don't say, oh, I could do this. I could start a company in 5 months. Say, I must start this company by August. I must start this company now. And you see, suddenly, even just writing it in that way, your mindset is already changing. Because if you write it as something that you could do, you will find a reason not to. If you write it as a something that you should do or you have to do, you give yourself a deadline, you give yourself a strict deadline that you have to stick to, suddenly you will do it. You won't find many excuses not to do it because you've told yourself, I have to do this. There is no reason not to do it. We have to do this no matter what. This is how you shift into the success mindset and out of the failing mindset that society has programmed you and conditioned you to be in. You don't need to be employed by anyone. You don't need to go and work for somebody else to be successful. You don't need to earn $1 million a year to be successful. You can earn 2 cents a year and be successful, because it's all about how you view that 2 cents. That 2 cents might not be much, but if you view that success, you are successful. It's as simple as that. And when you view yourself as successful, suddenly nothing gets in your way, because anything happens, you say, well, I'm successful enough to get over this. I'm strong enough to get over this. I can do this. There's no reason not to. So, what is your reason for procrastinating? What is your reason for giving yourself excuses up until this point why you can't be successful, why you can't go after the life that you want, and why you can't have the things that you want? If there's something about your life right now that you don't like, you have the power in your hands to change it. And the reality is, no one else can do it for you. You are the only fucking person who can change your life. And if you don't like something about your life right now, stop making fucking excuses. Maybe you don't like your job. Oh, I don't like my job because this person does this and this person or this person. Oh, I don't like where I live because my neighbor does this or this does this. You don't enjoy it because you don't enjoy it. It's not because it's somebody else. It's because of you. It's your mindset with it. If there's something in your life that you do not like, you have the fucking power to change it. Stop putting the blame onto everyone else and saying, I don't enjoy my job because my manager's a dick. That's not your manager's fault that you don't enjoy the job. Maybe somebody else says, oh, no, my manager's great. Yeah, he might be a dick, but he's a nice person. I enjoy my job. I enjoy working with him. But you say, oh, no, my manager's a dick. I don't like working there. Well, you have the fucking power to change your job. Don't sit around moaning about how much you hate your job because your manager's a dick, but still go to the same job every single day. Find another job. Go and change your life and do what you want to do, and stop finding fucking reasons to sit there and moan and complain about why your life isn't the way you want it to be. Because only you have the power to make your life the way that you want it to be. It doesn't matter who you complain to, how many years you spend moaning. Unless you take conscious action to change your life, you're never going to see the changes that you want to see. You're never going to see success. You're never going to see transformation. And you're always going to be stuck in this shit place that you're in right now because you don't enjoy your life. If you don't enjoy your life, you have the power to fucking change it. Stop giving excuses. Stop giving reasons, and stop putting the blame onto other people. The only reason you don't enjoy your life right now is because of you. And realizing this and understanding what this really means gives you the tools you need to transform your life. And maybe you don't like that. Maybe you disagree with me if I say every problem you have in your life right now, everything you've got going on in your life right now is your fault. It's no one else's fault. It's your fault. Your house burnt down, that's your fault. You're going for a breakup, that's your fault. You see? By accepting that everything in your life is ultimately your fault and is a result of your conscious choices and your actions, you start to see that no matter what happens in your life, you have the power to change it. You have the power to alter the situation no matter what's going on. And maybe you don't like that. Maybe you don't like accepting that you're to blame for everything in your life. And fair enough, maybe there's mental health issues, maybe there's physical health problems, and you're saying, well, that's not my fault. I didn't choose to have this. But again, if you look at mental illness in some sense, and again, I'm not saying this for everyone, but in the majority of, say, depression comes over long periods of time. Things happen over long periods of time. Suddenly, you don't wake up one day and go, oh, I'm depressed today. I was fine yesterday. I'm depressed today. No, the depression creeps in over a long period of time. Why? Because you ignored warning signs. Your mind was saying, well, I'm not enjoying this. I'm unhappy with this. This is getting on my nerves. This is upsetting me. But you still carried on going through it. You still carried on putting yourself in these situations that were making you unhappy and ultimately then led to depression. Because you were training your mind. Oh, okay, it's okay to be happy. Let's be unhappy. Let's be unhappy. Let's go back in this situation that we're hating and we're not enjoying. Well, you created this long series of events, maybe not consciously. And this is the point: becoming conscious of what we're doing, becoming conscious of our choices and how they affect who we are, how we are, and what we do, what we have in our life. By accepting that, oh, okay, maybe I'm depressed because I didn't take action sooner. I'm depressed because I didn't take myself out of that situation sooner. And I allowed that situation to consume me until I fell into depression. Suddenly you see that, oh, if I created this depression, then I can get myself out of it. I can pull myself out of this depression because I'm the one who fucking put myself there. Understanding this concept allows you the tools to transform your life and to change anything about yourself. So right now, write down those 3 things. Whether those are 3 different goals, whether those are 1 goal and then 2 steps to take to get yourself closer to that goal. Whatever it is, write down 3 things right now that you can do in the next 12 months that will get you success. And I'm not talking about money. I'm not talking about whatever it is that you think success is. What will make you happy in here, in your heart, and in your mind? What can you do in the next 12 months? 3 things, 3 simple things that you can do in the next 12 months that will make you happy, because that happiness is your success. You can have all the money in the world, you can have all the fame, you can have all the riches, whatever. Doesn't mean you're happy. And if you're not happy, you're not successful. Because why would you want to have everything in the world and be unhappy with it? Surely you'd rather have less things and more happiness than less happiness and more things. What is it? What is it that you would rather have? Success or happiness? And seeing that perhaps success is happiness and happiness is success. The one thing that you can strive to do in your life is to just be happy. We all go through this life thinking, what's my purpose? I need to find my purpose. I need to find my reason for being alive. Why am I here? What do I need to do? What makes me happy? What can I do to make myself happier? Because really all we're doing is trying to find happiness. If you're struggling to figure out where your purpose is, all that's really saying is, I'm unhappy with the way my life is. So I need to find something else that I can do that will make me happy. The only reason that you feel that you've lost your purpose is because you're unhappy, because you've lost something that you had, because you've gone from allowing yourself to be happy and pulling yourself out of situations to not allowing yourself to be happy, keeping yourself in situations that you don't want to be in, not standing your ground, not having boundaries that you keep to, and that you make sure other people keep to your boundaries, because these are all things that add to either the demise or the rise of your success. When you start to hold strong boundaries with people, when you pull yourself out of unhappy or negative situations or toxic situations, when you learn to take yourself straight out of toxic friendships or relationships, when you start to stand your ground with yourself and your own needs, and you start to do what makes you truly happy, it doesn't matter what you have in life. It doesn't matter where you live, what clothes you wear, what car you drive, or what kind of house you live in. Because you're happy, you're fulfilled. And when you're fulfilled, you feel successful. And when you're successful, suddenly there's no search for your purpose, because you've already got there. You're fulfilling your purpose, and that's what measures your success. You feel this sense of purpose when you're feeling successful. When you have succeeded in whatever it is, you say, well, this is my purpose because I've got here. I am here. I've arrived. So what then? What happens when you've arrived, when you've gained success? Well, now you've got to stabilize that. Now you've got to keep yourself in the success mindset, because maybe you create a company that's worth 6, 7, 8 figures. Okay, well, maybe there's going to come a time where that business will start to fail and start to go. Okay, now you have to stabilize your own internal belief of success within that business, because that business may fail. But does the business failing mean that you have failed? No. It just means that the business, as a consequence of your action, has failed. But it doesn't mean you have failed. It just means that you now have an opportunity to rebuild, regrow, retrain, redo whatever it is that you were doing. Seeing it in this way gives you success. It gives you a true vision for success. But if you're constantly looking for reasons why you're not successful, if you're constantly looking for reasons why you're not where you should be, if you're constantly looking for reasons why there could be more, you're never going to be happy and you're never going to be successful. Get yourself off your ass, make a plan, and take action. Because right now is the best time of your life to start your dreams, to start your plans, and to create success. And you are on the right path. No matter what you're doing right now, you are exactly where you need to be. And if you were meant to be anywhere else, you would be there right now. You're never anywhere else but where you're meant to be in this very moment right now. Whatever you're doing right now, you're exactly where you need to be. No question about it. But remember, the guy who is willing to hustle the most is going to be the one to get there. Maybe he takes longer. He's got to do more hustling. Maybe he takes longer to get there, but he's going to be there longer. He's going to be the one to grab that last ball because he was willing to hustle. He was willing to put in the work. He was willing to put in the effort, no matter what it took. Hustle yourself into success because you are your own worst enemy, but you're also your best friend. Keep yourself in check. And when you start to drift, pull yourself back, set yourself on course, sit yourself at your desk and say, right, we're not leaving until we have a plan, until we've taken some action, until we've written these emails, until we've written this business plan, until we've come up with a strategy. You know, the whole idea of if you want to create, say, a course, lock yourself in a hotel room and do not leave that hotel room until you have finished the project. Maybe you don't have to lock yourself in a hotel room, but the concept is still there. Do it now while it's in your mind. Do it now while it's fresh. Do it now while you have it in your mind. Because you could come back to it tomorrow, but the ideas won't be there. Do it now while the idea is fresh. Do it now while you're in the mindset of thinking about what it is that you're wanting to do. If you're wanting to plan a new business venture, if you wanted to plan whatever it may be, do it now while it's in your mind. Stop procrastinating. Stop finding a fucking reason and excuses why you can't be successful, why you can't make the changes in your life, why you're unhappy, whatever it is. Be the success that you want to see in your life and stop finding excuses. Success starts in here. Happiness comes from here. And together, they really do make the success that anyone would envy. Allowing yourself that peace of mind in everything you do, whether other people say that it's successful or not, whether other people believe it's a good idea or not. It's not about them. It's not about what they believe. It's not about whether they like your ideas or not. It's about whether you are in love with them. Are you in love with your ideas? Are you in love with whatever it is that you want to do? Well, the answer to that question is going to be the answer as to whether it will ever bring you success or not. Do what you love, and success will follow.